It helps it helps us to lose weight. It helps us to reduce the risk of high blood pressure. It helps to reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. And it also helps to reduce arthritis, even remove it completely if you place yourself on plant-based diet. So many studies have been carried out, and it's been proven that those who had high cholesterol, heart diseases, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, right? When they were placed on plant-based diet, there was a great change. There was a great change. And we have once in a while, I and my husband we listen to commentaries on wildlife, and it is stated that animals, those carnivorous animals, when they fall sick, they go and eat grass to restore their health. Lions, they go they eat grass, they restore their health. Ask me why. Because there is something there, something in plant-based diet that has healing, that is curative. So we cannot overemphasize on that. If animals can eat it to restore their health, why don't we embrace it wholly and make it part of us? God has called us today to open our eyes to so many things we need to know. And you also ask me why home hygiene is something everybody knows. But the thing is, keeping it is a problem. We get hygiene, yes, but how often do we practice that? How often do you wash your toilet? How often do you wash your hand? How often do you clean the surfaces in your kitchen, in your homes? How often do you scrub your room, the floor? How often do you wash your linens? We find it difficult to do these things often because I understand we are in a fast-paced world. Everybody is rushing here and there to meet up, make ends meet. But it's something we have to, inculcate into ourselves, into our lives. It's worth doing. It's worth doing. When we talk about home hygiene, how do I put it on? It's encompassing, let me see use that word. Such that when you look into the family, there are various areas we talk about. Hygiene has various areas of practice. You talk about hygiene for the members of the home. You talk about food hygiene. You talk about water hygiene. You talk about toilet hygiene. Even in your kitchen, there needs to be hygiene practice. So it's all encompassing. And even in your spiritual life. Remember, cleanest people say it's next to godliness. So you can't be dirty around in your home and you expect to be dirty in your heart. It doesn't work that way. Our God is a clean God. He's a God of godliness. Remember the story of the children of Israel when they were coming from Egypt, when they settled in the wilderness. What did God tell them? Do not defecate around you. Because he's a clean God, he wouldn't want to see something that is dirty. He doesn't like the smelly place. Go to the bush, defecate, cover it with the soil, then wash your hand. It didn't start today, home hygiene did not start today. From ancient. If it is practiced in heaven, it should be practiced on earth. So it's important. It has a meaning in our spiritual life. Even the priests there, they wash their linens before they go to serve God. Before they intercede on behalf of the people, they must wash their linens before they appear before God. They wash their hands and wash their feet. That's cleanliness. And it has a relationship with their spiritual life. We cannot separate that. We also will see even from sacrifices from the holy place or the holy of holies. They remove their linen in the sanctuary in the holy place before they leave. So cleanliness is next to godliness, is next to holiness. God appreciates that a lot. How do we care for the members of our home? The sick, those who are recuperating from illness, those who are undergoing treatment, the infants, and those that are at greater risk of infection. Of course, these ones I have mentioned, they are. How do we take care of them? Do we realize that a sick person in the home can infect everyone in the home who is strong and healthy? My husband had catarrh a few days ago. I thought I was strong and bronchitis. I am suffering yesterday. He infected me. So there is need for hygiene. If there's anyone sick or recuperating in your home, care should be taken to make sure that the environment where that sick person is clean to avoid transmission of infection. Hygiene is about breaking the chain of infection. If you don't clean to break the chain of infection, it moves in a cycle. It keeps moving. Though there are things we may not avoid, but as much as possible, as much as it lies in our heads, we need to keep our environment clean. We need to also keep our food clean. Some of us, what baffles me? When I see these Muslims when they cut their watermelon along the road, you see flies. Yes, people go and back. Man, now, and back, go and eat. And some of us will not even wash. It is not healthy to eat hot watermelon in the market. I was saying it's not healthy enough. If you must eat, be there, let them cut it, and then take what you want. But when you are not there and they cut it, you can't tell what they have fetched on it. And then they'll use that as paper and cover it, wrap it well, and it is rubbish, you think it's healthy. Most of us have caught infection through that. They are aware. It's also good that in the preparation of our food, we prepare it such that it doesn't infect. Cook it well. And when you cook, please cover it well. And that which you cannot finish immediately, 2 hours, 3 hours after cooking, put it in the refrigerator. Because when you leave it outside, bacteria will work on it. You may want to preserve it after 5 hours, you may not know that it has been infected because it wasn't properly covered. Then you put it in the refrigerator thinking it's healthy. Then when you want to eat, you bring it out, maybe impatience, you may not warm it well. I have seen a young man who lost his limbs because of that. So let's be careful. Be careful of the canned food we buy. They may not be healthy enough. 31% of foodborne outbreaks come from the home, where we live. And so we have to be very careful. Our infants, how do we take care of them? Those are grown, they pinch everywhere, they use their hands and touch everywhere, and then they finally take that hands into their mouth. And some of our mothers, when you're changing nappies, you don't care how that baby is moving her or his hands. I have seen a mother, she never knew that was why the baby was sick for almost 2 months. The baby almost died. All tests they did not confirm the particular illness that baby was suffering. It was God that gave one doctor wisdom to send that woman and the child for a more serious test. They underwent that test. And the story said, you hardly send children for that particular test. But that child underwent, they found out that his problem was from poo-poo that entered his mouth. Because the mother was changing the nappies, wasn't watching how the baby was kicking. and then the hand touched the feces, and then it entered his mouth, and that was the sickness. This child vomited 2 weeks, it wasn't stopping. Admitted, no change. You were wondering what happened, but eventually God used that doctor to arrest that situation. He went for a very strong antibiotic. They don't usually give to children, but that child has to take. In 3 days, he became well. Mothers, is important that we practice body hygiene. Fathers may not be around, but children are always with their mothers. So it's our responsibility that we take this seriously. Home hygiene is important. We have to be careful our food properly covered so that we don't suffer from gastroenteritis. And we also have to be careful about our linens. How do you wash your linens? How often do you wear your inner wears? Ladies, men. Do you pass somebody and the person perceives other that isn't pleasant? It shows you are not doing your hygiene well. Please let's be careful about that. Our bed linens should be washed at least every week. Change your bed sheets. Wash it, even though you may not be dirty, but at least you're sleeping on it. Sweat, oil, and whatever may have rested on it. Please wash. And then change to another one. Change your inner wears every 2 days, if possible. Please change. It will help us to keep us healthy. All our surfaces in the kitchen, you need to please clean it well. It's not enough to use water and soap. Use disinfectants. Because there are microbes that, even when you use water and soap, it doesn't go off the surface. But when you use disinfectants, it cleanses. So it keeps us safe and healthy. We need to clean not only the surfaces, the handles of the doors, all areas you can see, the floor, scrub, at least once a week or twice or once every 2 weeks. 2 weeks, scrub the floor of your room. It's necessary because infections can come from there and infect us. If you have a wound, please cover that wound properly. Because infection can also come from your wound. Some of us, especially children, when they have wound, you see them picking the wound. And when they finish picking, they put that same hand inside their mouth. From you into you. A cycle of infection. And they can also use that to touch every other place, even the food others eat. We have to be careful about that. That's in the kitchen. How do we keep our kitchen clean? We have to wash our utensils to make sure we don't transfer infection from utensil to our food, because that happens often. And we have been told severally, if you have a wound, please cover your wound. Plaster it before you start preparing any food, so that you don't infect others through the fluid that comes from your wound, penetrating into the food. Some of us, we don't attach importance to that. It's all of us now. It will pass through fire. There are resistant microorganisms now. Before they die, some need to be subjected to very high heat. And if you don't, you are infecting yourself with that same microorganism. So we have to be careful. In the toilet, how do we keep our toilet clean? Some of us, well, I know there are different practices. We have different traditions. Some of us in the northern parts, the Yorubas and the Westerners, we have the way we do our thing. And the Igbos, we have the way we do our thing. But one central point there is, how do you wash your hands after that, after defecating? Yes, some of us wash, which is hygienically okay. I accept that practice. But when you do that and you come out, how do you wash your hands? There is a practice of washing hands, that's washings. They say five ways. You start from the thumbs, then you go to the back of the hands, then in between the ribs, and then your whole head. And then you put under a rolling water, a tap, to make sure that you wash properly. Wash above your wrist. Wash properly with soap and water. And when you are flushing, you have been informed, close the lid. Because sometimes when you are flushing, or even most times, water splash. And when it splashes, it will splash on the seat, it will drop on the seat of that toilet. And we may not be careful enough. We flush, we go, someone else will come and sit on that toilet and then carry infection. So we have to be careful how we manage our toilets. Wash your toilets every day. Just use your brush. You have a brush. Just put small liquid soap. Use your brush. Do it like this. Doesn't take just a second and done. And then make sure after using the toilet you flush it properly. If you flush it well, it will prevent odor. And sometimes you can use you call it odor control. Some liquids you can spray to minimize odor. You can use that to keep odor away from your toilets. So it's important that we clean our toilets, using disinfectants, clean the seats, and avoid using mats. There are people who may afford the luxury of using mats on the toilet seat. That's the name of it. You're not able to remember that. But remember that thing you put the seat on can also contain infection. And so, which one is better? Is it to put that mat or to sit on the bare toilet seat, the water system? So whichever, all we need to do is be careful. Clean always before you sit. Use your tissue, take a disinfectant, clean the surface of that seat before you sit on it to prevent infection, especially women. You know our body is wide open, so we can easily contact infection. May the Lord help us to be obedient to this. Now back to the kitchen again. There is something science wants us to understand about the pot we use to cook. Many times we have talked about that. Yes, we have talked about that many times. But how do we put that into practice? That is the issue. Some of us use aluminium pots. Some of us use various kinds of pots. But science has made us understand that there are different pots that will cause us harm. Aluminium pots, non-sticky pans that are not original, and that the coating has removed, and we are still using it. And then we have stainless steel pots that are not original too, that can emit some chemicals that can affect our body. We are told that those kind of pots are not good enough. For the coated pots, there's a chemical called C8. It's used to coat the pots, and we are told that this has a link to bad effects in humans and can also lead to cancer. And even the aluminium pots can also affect us. They have chemicals they emit into the food we eat, which can also cause digestive problems. Trying to get the name, yes. Hydroxide poison, which neutralizes digestive juices, producing stomach and gastrointestinal troubles, leading to ulcer and colitis. Now, if you take statistics of how many people who are using aluminium, whole world, or let me say Nigeria, you will see that 60% are using the aluminum pots. Even when you do all the healthy diet practices, and you still have this problem, there is still issues. And so we are encouraged, though it's difficult, it's very difficult, but we are encouraged to please go for the best pots. And we are told that the best pot from research is the 3160i stainless steel. You can go on that and read more to understand. That one is good somehow, but the best of all of the pots is the clay pot. The clay pot, our ancient pot, remains the best. It has no problem at all. And when you use it, you have no reason to complain. It's from nature, and it goes back to nature. So please, if you can afford it, please afford it. It is for your own good. I have examples of the pots here. The coated pots, I have it here, some of us. In fact, this one, I tell you the truth, it is my own. It's coated, but see the inside, exposing the aluminum. So whatever you put in this pot, it's not safe again. Not at all. And this is the usual aluminum pot we are using. Very unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy. So if the Lord will help you, go for the clay. It remains the best for us. It has no side effects. You can use it and it can last for you. So, what are we saying in essence? Home hygiene is important. It's encompassing. It covers all areas. It affects your spirituality. It affects your health, your mental health. It affects your emotions. It affects your social life. Because when you're not healthy, when you're not clean, you will not be free to mingle with people. You won't be free to mingle with people. And if you are the child that perceives or studies yourself, you will know that you are dirty sometimes. When you produce some odor, sometimes I smell myself. And when I feel I am producing one kind of odor, quickly I go and take my bath. I know we can be busy morning to evening, and you are sweating. And once you're sweating, you're sure to produce this kind of odor that isn't good. And so it is necessary that we bathe regularly, we wash our hands regularly, we clean our kitchens regularly, all the surfaces in the home, because infection can drop anywhere. There was a woman, she had children when Lassa fever was raging. She came out in the morning, she didn't know that rats are played on the kitchenette. She started cooking, placing food items on that table in the kitchen. The 3 children contacted this Lassa fever, and what was the next thing? Some of them died. Because before she could rush to the hospital, it has destroyed so many things. So many things have gone wrong. So it's necessary. Cockroaches, other pets in the home. Even when you touch your animals, please try and wash your hands. Because these things can transfer microorganisms to us. You pet your animals, they come in, you don't wash your hand, you use that hand to touch your baby. You carry your child. Then someone else carries that child, and that infection from that place keeps moving from one person to the other in the family, and everybody falls sick. So it's necessary that we take note of this and pray the Lord, may He remind us when we need to put these things into practice, so that we be free from these infections all around us. Thank you. That is for home hygiene. Do you have any question? It's a simple thing, but yet difficult to keep. The issue of the pot, of course, is a problem. Even me, I'm not free. I'm free from that. But as much as it lies in your hands, try. If the clear pot remains the best, there is still a good stainless steel pot in the market, original of it. There are inferior types. They're expensive, yes, but if your life is important to you, you will not find the expensive things. You will try and compare one or two or three. I have a friend over there in Abuja. The friend fell sick and was diagnosed with cancer. That was when they started looking for a better course for her to use to cook. When the damage is done. That was when they now started instructing her, stop eating maggi, stop eating meat, stop doing this one. It didn't take 3 months and she gave up. So some of these things, they have what they lead to in our system that is not okay. They are all adverse to health. Yes, there are things we may not be able to control, but that which you are supposed to do it, God will not come and do it for you. Do it and then pray to God to help you. Do that which you cannot control. And you'll be fine. Nobody will live forever, quite alright. But you can still live and die healthy. That's what we pray for. Even if you are dying, die healthy. Somebody said he's dying young. You can grow old but still die young. Yes, it can happen. I have a father who lives 94, but he still goes to farm. My mother is 70-something. You see how lucky you will not believe she's that age. So it's not that they have. See, that's something we need to understand. Poverty is a blessing in disguise. Do you believe me? It's a blessing in disguise. Because when you don't have the money to buy that fish, that meat, you now lay your hands on the nature that is abundant in your backyard. And when you are eating it with contentment and thankfulness to God, I tell you, your blessing is uncountable. Our ancient parents, that's what has kept them. But those who have the luxury, see many men today with bulged stomach. Alcohol, intemperance. Is it the best? You are using your money to cause yourself harm. So better you didn't even have it. But when you have it, please be moderate. Don't abuse. Because when you abuse, it becomes a problem. May the Lord bless us. And what's your question? Yes, ma'am. We have had I pray we'll be able to do the right thing. Amen. You see, my people cook one in Milton Hotel. And we use it and use it forever. We don't change it. The rust will even be on the one, we still consume it. I read somewhere that even the food we store in the fridge with plastics is not healthy. They say even the water we drink from plastics or something like that, a lot of things. Don't do is the thing. So sometimes one gets confused. You see this clay pot you are talking about. If you tell our children to make food inside that clay pot, they will break it on top of the fire. Because they are not used to it. And you see, no matter how original a pot is, it will reach a stage that you have to change it. No matter how original.
Because the children will wash it with iron sponge. You're not even supposed to use an iron spoon on it. It has to be wooden spoon. And so when you put all these things together, it's like, is there any drug that one can take and not to use at all? Because almost everything we want to do, there is something wrong with it. And but we still thank God that you people are there to tell us the right thing to do. We will do our best. You see, these lectures are coming at the time that the economy is so bad. The plus are there in the market. How many people can afford it? And imagine a house where you have more than 50 people. This course does not come in that type of size. Or you have maybe you're going to cook for the church or cook for a very big meal. Which part do you use? You use aluminium. So I don't know. God should just do something for us.
Thank you very much. It means falling someone. Yes. But still, don't be discouraged to do what you can do to help yourself. When you're all of sin, you cannot run away from it. What the Bible says, stand apart. Meaning, do what you can do to be in good relationship. With yourself, with your neighbor, with your environment, even with God. If you have a knowledge of what you can do to help yourself stay away from disease, do it. That's righteousness. And then that which you cannot do, pray to God to help you accomplish it. That's how I say it's like. Amen. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I think you can hear me well.
All right.
My question is, I want to Thank you. My question is regarding the detergents we use. Someone like myself, when I am allergic to anything that has a very strong effect, like the hypo and the rest, I react to it a lot. Even some of the detergents, I don't react very well to it. And it's like you said that some of the way we wash our toilets are not proper. What are those recommended detergents or toilet wash that's still healthy and it can still clean? And if there are better natural ones that we can act, that's my question.
Thank you very much. I may not have a name of anyone that is so mild except the sunlight. Sunlight is mild than every other. I have used sunlight, I have used area, and I saw the difference. Area is very strong, very strong compared to sunlight. But there will be others. If you go online, thank God you can read it, right? Google mild detergents and the very strong ones. At least it will give you the knowledge on which to choose. There are liquids you can also use. You can even use your Morning Fresh, the mild one. Just put some drops and then use it to wash your toilets. There are other liquid soaps that are not very harsh or acidic. You can use them to scrub, to clean. They are good. They are recommended ones if you go online, fine. You will get them. Another question? All right.
Thank you, resource person. I want to build on somebody's contribution. That virtually everything you need, they will tell you it's either the procedure for its preparation is wrong. For example, if you want to use spinach or ugu leaf, they will tell you don't allow you to cook very well. And at the same time, they will tell you if it doesn't cook very well, there will be some microbes attached to it that when you take it, if it doesn't go through high temperature regime, they will not die. They will still find themselves into your body. Now, how do you go about it? And that is why I will blend my question with my sister here. That says, how then do we prepare those things? Yes, these are the recommended food variety. You take this portion, take that portion to make it balanced. But how about the preparation? Well, how do I prepare it in such a way that you don't tell me this one is not good, this one is good? That's my question. Thank you.
Preparation for cooking your food, the right preparation, the right methods for cooking. In terms of vegetables or the vegetables. Fine. If you go online, you'll see various write-ups there. Some will tell you don't cook more than 3 minutes. Some will tell you allow it like 5 minutes to properly cook. Some will even tell you eat fresh. So there are contradictions. But the thing is, God gives us wisdom. That's one thing I believe. He gives us wisdom on what we do at any time. If you want to cook your vegetable, you are sure you wash it well, and your soup, it is ready for you to cook that vegetable. Put it, leave it for 1 minute. Open it, turn it, it's okay. It's done. And then it's done. By the time it stays in that pot for after you put it down, it stays like a minute more, maybe before you start eating. That heat is still acting on it. So if you leave it like 5 minutes or more, and then you bring it down, there are some vitamins you may not get, especially that of vitamin C, you may lose it. But other things like ammonia, vitamin A, and other you may get them. So even when you overcook, you still will not lose much. There are some things you still get in your vegetables. Then those ones you can eat fresh, you make up for this one you have overcooked. Eat them. Make up for this one, which you have lost. But you can't use everything. So if you cook for 1 minute, fine. You cook for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, fine. If you think you have overcooked, of course you have mangoes now. So even when you lose that vitamin C because you have left it for 3 minutes on the fire, go and take mango and replenish that vitamin C that is lost in vegetables. So preparation and cooking, it depends. Some of us we have different ways. Me, I don't leave my vegetable more than 1 minute. When it is boiling, my soup is boiling, I'll just put it, cover it. Once it is 1 minute, I put on the heat, and then I leave it in the pot. That heat in the pot cooks what is left. That's how I see it. So there are various ways. I cannot say now this is the exact way, but all we ask is wisdom to know what to do and how best to do them for our own benefits. I don't know if I met I met your expectation in answering the question. But at this point, I want us to reduce the questions or contributions so that we can do this time is going. We want to do some practicals, and many people they ask, vegans, what exactly are you eating? To make up the fish you don't eat. Some people they see it as it's a burden. It's unbelievable. It's something that is I cannot understand that you can live your life without fish, without meat. What then are you eating? To keep yourself strong and be nourished. But I tell you that God has given us everything that we need to eat, to be healthy. That you don't even need fish, you don't need meat. There are alternatives. God has provided everything for us to keep us healthy. Meat came in after the flood. And we know the reason why it came. Because vegetation was destroyed. destroyed. So to make up what is lost. But still, has it paid us well? Of course no, it has not. If you check and if you are studying the Bible, that was when lifespan started reducing till this day. Those who lived before the flood, they lived up to 500 years, 900 years, 800 years. How many people lived up to that? From Noah down. Nobody was living long again. So we're encouraging all of us to please practice plant-based diet. It will help us a lot. So today we have 3 meals I want us to look into. 3 meals. We are looking at lentils. How can you use lentils? This is what is around us. How can you use it to make a delicious meal that the family would like? How can you also use the beans we have, the common beans we have, the red pea, to make something delicious that is unique that the family would like? We have a lot of things, even drinks. You can keep your children from drinking these synthetic drinks. Go back to nature and use natural things. We have hibiscus now. We call it soap, is it not? You can use it and make something nice. Use the pineapple back to throw away. Boil it and use this leaf. Put a little of your spices and then boil it. It becomes something special. Then you can use other fruits like orange. Put into them the citrus. Put into your hibiscus. And it becomes something delicious that even when children taste it, they will not want to go away. So we're looking at today how we can do a protein-rich pancake, and how we can also do what we call tortilla, stuffed with our usual beans, and then how do we do some juices to live a healthy life. We are looking at these things on the table. We have this called tofu. We all know that. These are lentils, soaked for 2 hours at least. This is our spice. Why do we need to soak? Science has made us understand that when you soak legumes like this, it helps to make the cooking easy. And also it brings the vitamins that the body needs, makes them available for the body to absorb them and not cause you any harm. And also aids digestion. And how do we prepare this? We'll come to that. So on this table, we have our tomatoes, we have our onions, we have our parsley, we have this lettuce and our we have this is called coriander. Some of us, if not everybody, knows this. It's a seasoning, very nice, very sweet. For vegans who don't eat Maggi, go for these natural seasonings. This is coriander. We have cinnamon. Have you tasted cinnamon?
Yeah, sure.
Very sweet. Sweeter than Maggi. If you want to make your soup sweet without Maggi, go on cinnamon. Go on these things. That's what we call cardamom. Cardamom. Yes. That's fennel, cumin. All these things, you mix them together with your dada, make your soup. I tell you the truth. If they give you Maggi, you will beat that person and tell that person go to them. Very natural, very healthy. You don't need Maggi. So people are running away from that now because of the side effect of it. You can even use your money to sweeten your food. Some use this natural sugar, brown sugar. Some will use dates, fine. Depends on what you want. Some are also mentioning some other things that do not even make sense. So now, another thing best salt so far. We have sea salt, we have Himalayan salts. You have the fine one, you have the white one. So, though it's expensive, but you can afford it. If not this, there's sea salt. Let's even the local one that our people get from the river. Very natural. It's also good. All these salts, they have the minerals in them. Better than the Dangote salt that we buy, which is common everywhere. So you have the minerals embedded in this salt. You can use it and still get all you want. So we have this flour. We're going to use it for the tortilla we're going to do, and the vegan pancake. This is our mango, our fruits, avocado, lemon, banana. We are going to use this to make our juice. Very, very delicious juice. Smoothie, we call it. We have here our cucumber. We have carrots, we have ginger peel, we have our bell pepper, the red one. Now this is the beans, cooked already. The red pea beans. We are going to use it to prepare our pasta. Then for the meal, we are going to use, we are not using animal milk. This is tiger milk, already washed. And then we have to start our work. Alright, to start with, first wash your leg. These are flour. Already measured, 2 cups of flour. This is white flour. We couldn't lay our hands on white flour, so first, you have to sieve. This seed. So we are going to do high protein vegan breakfast. You can use it for breakfast, you can use it for your supper. It is called pancake, vegan pancake. So you sieve your flour, then we all right. Nothing is wrong. You can still do alternative to that. You can use your water in place of milk, but milk will give it a better taste. Then you use your honey. What milk? Plant-based milk. I would have blended my tiger nut, but the light is on. Yes. Yes. So you use 2 cups of flour, and you use a cup of milk. Then add water a little to your taste until you get the texture you want. So this is our water. Make sure you take measurements of what you're doing so that it comes out well. Then a teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure you put the dry things first before you can add the liquid things. A spoon level. Then a spoon of salt. Then you have your honey. You use 3 to 4 spoons of honey for this. Okay, can't wait for that because the time is going. Now you add your water and mix. You stir it, mix it well so that it will properly, the texture will be so nice, so it doesn't have lumps. So since we don't have milk, we have to add up to 2 cups of water to liquidify this. So your water, you'll be adding it bit by bit. You don't pour everything at once. Then when you come to a point, you can now put your banana into it and mash. At this point, I have to use my hands. So you can have a taste of it to be sure that salt and the honey are well mixed. Now we can light our gas cooker. Have to use a low heat. Get it done. no light, we would have done this and this. Can you be on the table?
I prefer if it would stand.
Oh, let's put it where everybody can see.
It's better in the middle.
So you allow it to dry its waves. Okay. This can also serve as tortilla, can also serve as pancake. This I would have used to do the pancake, but because there's no light, we can't let this. So you can also use it in various ways. But I will do that tortilla now. I will teach you how you can use your beans to wrap it, and it becomes a delicious meal. This is now put a little of oil.
What oil is that?
This is coconut oil. You can use your olive oil, which is the best. But if you don't have, just use a little of coconut oil inside. You can use oregano, it depends on what you have, but go for the best oil. Then try and spread it out. So you allow it to beat so that it becomes gold or brown. While it's cooking, the knife. While that is cooking, you can cut your cucumber. So we don't need much of the cucumber, just cut a little. You may wish to remove the inner fat, just to avoid making it untidy. But I eat it, I don't throw it away. But for the purpose of this, you can remove it. Then you slice it. You can cut it any style you like. If you want it rectangular, if you want it round, it's your taste. This is our pink cabbage. And this is our bell pepper. Try gently to turn it. Allow the other side of it to also turn brown and cook well. You may choose to add your tomato, you may choose not, it's your taste. But as much as I can add some things that will help me look healthy, I will add. Then our onion. From time to time, you check to make sure it's not burnt. Okay, so our tortilla will soon be ready. So now, so this is our beans, orange boiled. This is the red pea beans. So I combine it with a little oil. Light is bad. You might still do the other. So you might do the other one. And then you can add a little of your vegetable. This is parsley. We all know what parsley is. Very rich, good for the eye. Still leave it a little bit more. Some carrots. So by the time you stuff all these
into this. Let's leave it just 1 more minute. This is our color. If you want to add that, fine. It's necessary. So when you are eating all this, tell me what somebody who ate chicken. Somebody who bought a whole chicken and egg. And you that ate this. Who is getting it? We have different vitamins here. Okay, now our tortilla should be ready. Next, you put so all you need to do is now pop. So this is it.